Hey guys, what is going on? We've got another different video for you here today. We are back with the top 5 best guns in Modern Warfare 2 in a little bit of an early meta that has shaped up here. There are some absolutely fantastic weapons in the game at the moment, and I'm sure I'm not going to include everything that's on your list. So if you do think I've missed something here, make sure you do let me know in the comments. Again, this is going to be in no particular order, just 5 fantastic guns that you can definitely level up, definitely try out in this game at the moment, because there is a lot of good weapons going around right now. Just before we do get into it here though, make sure you do hit that subscribe button with those notifications turned on if you do want to stay up to date with all of the Modern Warfare 2 content. We've got loads of stuff lined out. So let's jump into our list here, the top 5 best guns in Modern Warfare 2, again in no particular order. Starting us off with our list here, we do have the TAC 56 or the TAQ 56 or the SCAR L. Now this is a powerful medium range assault rifle in this game. If you have used a SCAR or a SCAR L in a previous Call of Duty game, you know what you're getting into here. I believe this thing is a consistent 3-shot kill within its damage range, which is not too bad, pretty medium range stuff. And again, this is definitely the benchmark to hit for decent weapons in this game. Again, it can be a little bit jarring with the recoil. That's sort of one of its only sort of down points just at the start, until you do learn the pattern, until you do unlock some decent attachment for this thing. But once you do learn it though, and you throw some attachments on there, it's definitely not an issue. Essentially, it's very, very easy to control. I'd almost say with attachments, the recoil is very, very manageable here. The iron sight is also one of the absolute cleanest in the game. Of course, if you do like that SCAR iron sight from previous games, again, you'll know what you're getting into here. The mobility is pretty standard for something like this. It can be a little bit sluggish in terms of that sprint to fire speed and that aim down side speed, so maybe don't sprint about everywhere with this thing. But again, that's most of the assault rifles, and a lot of the weapons in this game do suffer from that problem. Again, the TAC or the TAQ 56 or the SCAR L, as you might know, is a fantastic assault rifle in the game at the moment in the early Modern Warfare 2 meta, and it is one of my absolute favorite guns in the game. Definitely worth leveling up, definitely worth checking out, because it's not too hard to unlock this thing. Moving on here to maybe the best gun in the game, probably the best gun in the game at this point, the Kastov 74U or the AK-74U as you guys probably know it, is easily one of the best guns in the game. This thing is an absolute monster, and it might just be the best gun, I would say. For context on that, I was doing a little bit of research before putting this video together, and apparently this gun got GA banned or Gentleman's Agreement banned in the European Challengers scene, which is absolutely wild. The game's not been out for that long. Even the pros just went, yeah, this thing is too much. You can usually tell just by how good a gun is whether the pros actually want to use it against each other or not. This thing's just a monster. It is probably the case that this thing does feature a 2-shot kill out to a 92 millisecond TTK if you do land 2 headshots, which the pros do all the time. So this thing's a monster. They got rid of it out of the pro scene. And again, anyway, some of the other stats on this thing, you get a 3-shot kill out to about 22 meters or so, which is very, very strong. Again, I've seen a lot of people saying that this thing should probably be like an SMG and then it's an assault rifle category. It's a little bit funky. It's a bit of a hybrid. Again, you've played with an AK-74U before. You know how it plays. It hits hard, and it does a very, very good amount of work here. It does have 184 millisecond TTK with that 3-shot kill, which is one of the fastest in the assault rifle category. Not the fastest, but one of the fastest. Very strong. Recoil is super manageable with this thing. The iron sight's really, really clean. And again, as I mentioned, you can actually get a 2-shot kill if you do land 2 headshots, which if you're a pro, you already know that, and you do that all the time. And that's why it did get GA banned in the pro scene, and I'm sure that's going to happen more often here. But again, this thing is an absolute monster, and we will definitely be featuring this in a video on the class setup side on the channel very, very soon, so make sure you don't miss out on any of that. Plus, it's part of the AK family tree of weapons, so you should have a bunch of attachments unlocked for this thing by the time you do get to unlocking this, which is again similar for another weapon on this list here. Speaking of, we do have the Kastov 762 or the AK-47. This is a very powerful assault rifle in Modern Warfare 2 as well. It's classic AK-47 stuff here though. Hard hitting, bouncier recoil, but again, not too bad. Good damage range, 3-shot kill with about a 200 millisecond TTK. As I said, the recoil can be a little bit wild, but again, similar to the TAC 56, you do learn that pattern, you throw some attachments on there, and you do get to actually know how to control this thing. And it's not too bad once you figure it out. Again, classic AK in COD, always a fan favorite, and I really do enjoy the attachment system for something like this, where you do have a bunch of weapons under the same header, and then you unlock those attachments, and all you have to do is unlock the slot for a new weapon. You get your AK attachments out of the way, and then you can mostly use them pretty quickly on new weapons that you do unlock under that tree. Again, this is an absolute monster in the game at the moment. That 3-shot kill at 200 milliseconds with not too bad recoil, decent iron sight. This thing's clean as hell. Again, the Kastov 762 or the AK-47 is just a lot of fun in the game at the moment and very, very powerful. Now, something a little bit different for our list here. As in the background, you can probably tell we are doing a little bit of quickscoping here with the SPR-208. This was a DLC weapon pretty late in the Modern Warfare 2019's lifespan, but this is in the base game as a marksman rifle, and this is an absolute quickscoper's dream here. This is some of the most fun that you can have in Call of Duty in the year of our Lord 2022. Honestly, even starting out with the base gun, no scope or anything like that, as you can see in the background, you can have a lot of fun hitting shots on people. Again, the gameplay in the background's a little bit scuffed because I'm not the best sniper in the world, but if I'm able to hit shots with this thing, with the one-shot kill, definitely you're going to be able to do it too. It is super, super fun to just hit those shots on people. I believe this is a one-shot kill to most parts of the body apart from the limbs. I'm pretty confident that you do have to hit a torso or a headshot to be able to get that one-shot kill, and the arms and legs and stuff like that is usually going to result in a hit marker. Potentially even like the lower torso, I believe, might get you a hit marker. So just aim for like the middle chesty bit, and you will get a decent amount of kills with this thing. And a headshot is always going to be a one-shot kill with this thing, which is absolutely fantastic. Again, if you are into quickscoping, you probably know this already, that this is absolutely fantastic. It's classic like sniper Call of Duty quickscoping stuff. It's a lot of fun, good handling speeds, good movement speed, that kind of thing. Not too slow on the ADS. And again, you do have to try this thing out. Even with the no scope thing that you do unlock this as the base weapon, it's so much fun and one of the more powerful guns in the game. And as I said, fantastic without the scope. It's just so much fun here. Try this out if you've not already done so. Lastly, for our list here, we do have another weapon based on the Kastov framework, and of course that is the Vaznev 9K. I'm confident that this is one of the best SMGs in the game. The mobility that you do get with this thing is absolutely wild here, like on another level. Good, super fast aim down sight speed, very quick sprint out time as well, and fast movement speed as well, combined with a 3 to 4 shot kill, fast TTK, and I'd say middling recoil. This thing's a monster, and it is very fun, and likely one of the go-to SMGs for most players. For context, I was in the game last night just chilling, not trying too hard, and sprinting around everywhere and having an absolute ball, and somebody put in the game chat, like, how are you moving so fast? And all I was doing was just sprinting around with this SMG, so keep that in mind. You might make people think you're cheating with this thing. It's just so quick. It is a lot of fun to run around with. It does take a little bit of work to unlock this thing, as I believe you do have to go through like 3 or 4 like unlock trees to be able to get this thing done, but it is again a lot of fun to run around with this very fast SMG, and again, it's one of the more powerful ones in the game. We do have a little bit of an honorable mention for our list here, the Lockman Sub or the MP5. I'm sure many of you do remember this from the beta, and this thing was absolutely ridiculous, man. Like a 3-shot kill, killed insanely quickly, and I believe it is just as good now. This thing's a monster, and the only reason it's not on this list over something else is that I haven't gone through the hassle of unlocking it yet. Again, it definitely does go in one of the top 5 slots if we do get this thing unlocked and sort of run around with it and starts absolutely destroying people, but again, you do have to go through about 3 or 4 unlock trees to be able to get the MP5 version of this particular variant, which again can be a little bit of a pain, but once you do unlock it, you'll have an absolute monster in the game at the moment. Definitely one of the better guns in the game, potentially one of the best SMGs. It's probably a bit of a toss-up between the Vaznev and then like the MP5, which is better. I'm gonna probably lean more towards the Vaznev at the moment, but again, once I do unlock the Lockman Sub or the MP5, our opinion might change. Again, 3-shot kill, fast TTK, easy to control recoil, and great handling and movement speeds to rival the other SMG that we mentioned. You have to try this thing out. It is a bit of a pain to unlock, but definitely go into it and get this thing done because it is so much fun here. And that'll do it here, guys. That was our little bit of a list to talk about the top 5 best guns in Modern Warfare 2 in the early meta that has formed around some of the best guns in the game. But again, keep in mind, if we didn't mention your gun on this list, that doesn't mean it's bad. There are a lot of powerful guns in the game at the moment. I believe like the Kastov 74U is probably the best gun in the game, so there's no real debate about that. But again, there's a lot of wiggle room for this list, but this is just my opinion. And again, if you did enjoy this one and it did help you out at all, make sure you do hit that subscribe button with those notifications turned on. I do very much appreciate it, and it really does help me out. And again, hopefully that means I will see you in the next one. Bye!